Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today with a review of the all-new VW ID.4. First I'm going to go over the spec of the car, and afterwards I'm going to give you a rundown about all the new features and the interior and exterior design. Alright, starting with the spec of the car. This is the first edition ID.4, which means it gets all the must-have features, for example like the IQ headlights with this cool eye bulb design, and the VW famous light strip going for the width of the car. Then you get this nice cool contrasting roof and side mirrors all in black, which gives this car a nice sporty coupe-like look. Then the car is in a flat or uni white paint, so no pearl. That suits the car very well, especially with the black roof and those gray parts at the bottom. Down here we got the 20-inch alloy wheels, which also are part of the first package. Then here on the door we got this new style door hinges or door handles, which you actually don't pull, but there's a sensitive pad which you just press and the door opens. Very cool, very nice feature. Again, we got the VW typical logo here on the window frame. The same with the rear door handle. And coming to the back of the car, we got this cool, very nice looking light signature, which it looks like the M4 GTS by these, I think they are OLED light panels, but I personally really like it. It looks very, very cool, especially at night. The light signature is just amazing. Also, again, the light strip running through the width of the car gives this car a nice wide and angry look at the back. Then down here we got this plastic trim, which I'm not the biggest fan of because I don't know, it let the car look a bit, you know, blown up at the rear. You could have made these more sporty or more elegant. Coming to the technical specs of the car. Now this is the first edition Pro Performance, I think it's called. So it has 150 kilowatt hour power output, which makes around 204 PS. It has a 77 kilowatt hour battery, which is good for up to 500 or 520 kilometers of range, depends on your driving style, which is, I personally think 450 is more realistic, or even 400 by the Autobahn speeds. This car is good for 0 to 100 kilometers an hour of 8.5 seconds, and a top speed of a limited 160 kilometers an hour. Now you can charge the ID.4 with your normal home socket plug, which can take up to 13 hours for a full charge. But when you use a power station or a high power 150 kilowatt hour charging station, you can get from 10 to 80% in 40 minutes, which I would use all the time. I mean, if you're at home, you can just plug in the car and get some juice, but if you really want to charge up the car fast, just use a power charger or a charging station. Other than that, it's just going to take ages to fill up this car. Moving to the interior of the ID.4, you have this cool flush door handles, which you just press and the door opens. We are greeted by a two-tone brown and gray leather microfiber combo, which looks very nice, very stylish, something different than just this typical gray and black leather seats. Then here on the door we got this nice leather armrest here. On top it's soft touch plastic, then some scratchy plastic, and then again some scratchy plastic. which down here is totally fine, but I think up here it should be as it is, nice soft touch plastic. Then we got this nice glossy part here, which looks cool, but I'm 100% sure we'll get a lot of fingerprints. But yeah, I digress. Stepping to the interior of the car, we got this cool microfiber or Alcantara fabric with this contrasting white stitching or silver stitching. Looks very cool, very stylish. Then here in the middle we got the ID logo embossed into the seat. Very cool touch, very unusual nowadays for the automakers, or especially VW, doing this kind of stuff, because we all know they're all moving towards even more cost cutting and even more higher returns on their cars. So these small touches really lift up the car, and very nice. Down here we have a very cool unique touch. As you can see, the brake pedal is the pause button, and the gas or the power pedal is a play button. Very cool touch. Alright, coming to the interior of the car, we got two digital displays. The middle console or the middle display is the larger one, or from the two VW displays, the one in the Golf being the smaller one. I personally think this is very cool, very nice layout, just like the Golf. Very user friendly. However, sometimes it's a bit laggy, but that's a common VW problem. Coming here to the middle screen. Now this screen really is, in my opinion, too small. They could have at least taken the size of the VW Golf. But however, you have here like the normal basic information, speed limit. On the left side you got your assistance graphics, and here on the right, also with the gear shifter, you have your display where it shows which gears you're in. Then coming to the steering wheel, this is the standard Volkswagen leather steering wheel. Again, here with the cool first edition logo, and these touch sensitive buttons, which I had the Golf now for 3 months or 4 months now, and I have no problems with using these. These are very user friendly, much more user friendly than the buttons here in the middle. But as you know, common problem with VW, these controls are not backlit at night, so you just have no idea what you're pressing. But yeah, that's known, and I hope VW will change that in the future. Then here on the back we got the standard windshield wiper controls and light controls. Also here on the left side, again, light and window controls. Coming down here, we got the normal air conditioning vents. I don't understand why Volkswagen puts these so low. Also in the Golf, it's just so weird. The air is just hitting your knee, or it's just hitting your chin. I don't understand why they put these so low. They could have put it up here or here on the sides, like here on the door. I don't understand, but oh well, I think that's again a new trend. Then here in the middle we got this cool storage space which you can adjust to your preferences. Very cool touch. Then here in the middle console, down here, 2 cup holders, 2 USB Type-C ports, and an inductive charging pad, which is standard in every, or should be standard in every electric car. And here you can take these cup holders out and have even more storage space. Very cool touch. Close this. Then you got this 2 armrests, which I really like, so you don't have to fight over with your passenger what armrest is mine or which part of the armrest is mine. Then here we got the standard glove box. All very nice. Then moving up, we got my favorite part of every car, the black headliner, which is just a must nowadays. The white just lets the car look so cheap from the inside. Also we got here the touch sensitive light controls, very cool, and also the controls for the sunshade of the huge panoramic roof. Gives a nice roomy feeling or spacey feeling in the car, and also gives a nice interior light. Alright, moving to the back of the car. We step out real quick. Again, the same door handles at the back. We are greeted by the same color combo as in the front. Here on the door, again, nice leather brown armrest. However, here at the back, they cheaped out on the materials. We got harsh, scratchy plastic at the back, all the way down to the speakers. But that's just how everything is nowadays. Coming to the interior or the back seats here, same stitching as in the front, same materials, leather sides, gray microfiber Alcantara fabrics in the middle, very cool. Now here in the back seats we got this cool VW typical, I don't know, phone pocket or anything you want to stick in there, very cool feature. Then these back airplane style pockets. Here down here we got two Type-C ports, your air conditioning controls for your passengers or the rear passengers. So this means the car has a 3-zone climate control. And also the panoramic roof extends all the way back over the head of the rear passengers, which is very nice. Then coming here to the seat, we got cool armrest, but this I just hate. I hate when manufacturers put this cup holder or drink holder in the middle of the armrest. You can just put it right here where it pops out, but this just, you know, you wham your elbow inside of this cup holders and it just hurts when you, for example, are on the road for a couple of hours. But yeah, other than that, it's quite comfortable here at the back. Also, head space is totally fine. You got your touch sensitive lights here too, and your electronically controlled rear windows. Alright, let's come to the last part, the boot of the car. By pressing the small button here, the door opens, or the rear hatch opens automatically. Now we are greeted by a large rear boot space. You also got this 2-layer floor with space to store your cables, which I think it should be a must. Every electric car or even hybrid car should have a space to store your cables because they take up so much space. For example, in the Golf GTE I have, half of my luggage space goes to the cables, so technically I have, I don't know, the boot space of a VW up. But this is a nice solution from in the ID.4. Then you can close the door or the rear hatch by pressing this button. As you can see, also it's a nice cool white ID.4 logo. Alright, coming to the driving of the car. This car is very similar or very typical like every other electric car. You have nice light steering. The steering angle of this car is just amazing, so you have a very small turning circle because it doesn't have any drive shaft or drive axles in the front, so you have a very high angle of steer input, so you just can put a UE everywhere you want without any problems. All around visibility is also not bad. You have these nice huge door mirrors which are very handy. Alright, coming to the ride quality or the ride comfort of the car. Now this car weighs over 2 tons, so especially when you're going through corners like these, the car tends to lean a bit, but which is completely understandable weighing this much. Other than that, the softness of the dampers is just perfect when you're going like on a long cruise or especially through cities with bad streets. The dampening is very good, very balanced, so no harsh vibrations through the suspension or anything. that's very nicely dialed in. When it comes to the acceleration, it's nowhere near a Tesla. It's much softer, much more civilized, even if you are in the sport mode. Let me check when I go to modes. Okay, I'm already in sport. So, for example, this is full throttle now, and as you can see, it really just takes the time to accelerate. It's not the quickest car, but I think this car isn't made to go high speeds. It's more like being economical and being comfortable during long cruises. Road noise, as you can see, I'm going right now 140. I have to raise my voice a little bit because you get quite a bit of tire noise from the doors or down here in the car. Wind noises are not too bad, although I thought this car would have been more quiet. Especially being an electric car, I would have expected to have a bit more dampening in the doors, or I don't know. Coming into this bend, let me give some gas. Let's see how it handles. Oh yeah. Yeah. Car leans quite a bit. Also the brakes, they're actually pretty decent, but they have this funny or weird electronic recuperation feeling. So the first, I don't know, 20%, you don't have this instant brake feel. You have this delayed brake feel, like every other hybrid or electric car has. Let's accelerate a bit. Let's go again. Let's see which top speed we can reach. And let's see if the wind noise or the road noise increases even more. Alright. Okay, we reached the speed limit of the car, 165. And actually the noise just stays the same. So you don't get any more road noise or wind noise. I think today is just a windy day, so I would say it's pretty decent. Also, when it comes to driving, the steering, oh shit. You see, that's not what should happen, but that's what happens in Germany when you're going high speeds. People just pull in front of you. However, let's get back to the driving feel. Now the steering weights up pretty nice when you're going higher speeds, so you don't have this loose steering where the car just swerves around. You have the nice stable steering. When it comes to visibility, you got this huge, I don't know if you can see, you got this huge heads-up display, which is larger than on the Golf, which I really like here. You get this nice crisp and detailed driver's display. It also has augmented reality, like for example Mercedes, so it would project arrows where you should go next. For example, if I had to get off the Autobahn right here, it would show me in the heads-up display. You also got all kinds of assistance, from autonomous driving to lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control. I think that's standard when you have the autonomous driving. But yeah, the car is very well equipped. You also got the speed sign recognition, and it also adjusts your speed. For example, when you have, I don't know, 150 cruise control and there is a speed limit of 120, the car would automatically reduce the speed to 120. Again, you can also adjust your regenerative braking, so that means if you have it on maximum, you can almost drive with one pedal, which I personally really like, because it just is much more comfortable to drive. You charge up your battery and you use less of your brakes, so your brakes just last longer, which is very nice. When it comes to the range, it depends on how you drive. When you go like 120 all the time on the highway or on the Autobahn, you should have no problems reaching somewhere near to 450 kilometers. However, if you're a more spirited driver, 300 kilometers or 350 is more realistic. Also, the seats, as I told you before, are nice and supportive, and also the backrest is nice and supportive too, so it supports your lower back, and I could imagine it's very comfortable for long cruises. Thank you everyone for watching my new video. I hope you enjoyed it, you liked it. If so, leave a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for much more videos to come. And stay healthy, stay safe. Till next time.